My fucking face when this fucking thread. I'm a sheriff in Oregon near Malheur Lake. We've had 2 reports of man-hunting. The first time I was 2 miles away from Ruby Ridge. There was reports of flares, gunfire, and yelling. Me thinking it's a redneck shoot. I go in with M16A1. Fuck year Vietnam patrol rifle. 210 rounds 223. Colt 1911 with 60 rounds. After the Gulf I'm anal about possible combat situations. Content next post. It started as a rumor around here 7 years ago when I was a junior in high school. A SR told us that the woods we often go in has seen a large number of disappearances in recent time. His older brother included. And to be careful. 6 months later. 2 bodies were found with a crossbow bolt through one's chest. In the heart. And the other was found with a bullet in the skull. They has armbands. With black and who's in each of them. And they were well camouflaged. One was it as the senior's older brother. He was round with a SK's carbine. Bayonet fixed. With 1 round in the chamber. 3 missing from the magazine. Reports found blood on the bayonet. The other was it as a man from Oklahoma. He was found with a WASR with an empty chamber. And a full magazine in his hand. He also had an empty airsoft canister of 2000 BBS. With a wick inside it. It was filled with 6 ounces gunpowder. 15 small nails. And 200 steel BBs. It was a crude frag. Grenade. The bullet turned out to be a .3040 from a Krag rifle. So backup is 14 miles away, and sighting near a cop car isn't the brightest idea. I go in now. All the commotion was the previous night at 10, so just now I go out because the guy who called it in was scared after hearing all this and called again. Near a stream I found a rucksack with 2 Alaska mags, gauze, 12 ounces of booze, 2 bottles of water, and a pack of reds. First red flag, then I saw 3 sets of footprints lead through a trail. They looked a day old. They lead to a campsite that was still warm. At the camp I found 5 243 shell casings, 8 9mm casings, a 26.5 orange flare, a flare casing, and a sign of a scuffle, dirt kicked around like a fist fight. At the top of Ruby Ridge I found a bloody drag, 6 308 shell casings that look like they've been through a G3, and a note on a piece of lined paper that said, I won, in caps and horizontally. Finding all this in 30 minutes. And the fact the fire was still warm. I was DEFCON 1. When 5 other guys got there we had detectives show up. Everybody knew what happened. The most dangerous game had just been played. To this day the winner is still at large. The second time was the same motherfucking place. When we got the call from an anonymous caller at 11 p.m. our rudely formed SWAT team rolled out at 9 a.m. the next morning to steamroll those mother tuckers. When we showed up it was creepy as shit. There was sounds of people moving around, but nobody was around. I guess the winner from the last go around wised up. There were 4 location of interests. The first was a lone 1911 magazine. The second was a wallet with only cash and nothing else, no ID. The third was blood, gray matter, and bits of skull splattered on trees. It came from a woman. Third was a man, obviously deranged. You know that 1,000-yard stare? He was just walking around with a 1911. When we asked him if he was alright he raised the handgun, and we light him up. The last one was the most chilling piece. There was another piece of paper next to an AR-15 mag. It read, "The answers lie with the spared man." This was the last sporting event. Goodbye. To this day I have never trusted the woods here in Oregon. Oregon Op answers a couple questions. From what I understand some people are willing participants, hence the signal flares to set off the beginning of the match. It almost seemed like the first one was a coordinated consenting deathmatch. The second one was just plain weirder. We think the woman was collateral damage. Who knows who else died if most of the bodies weren't found. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe.